penalties there with a total of 4 rails down. Of course, when we talk about penalties in show jumping, when a rail or the whole fence is knocked to the ground, they receive 4 jumping penalties. The height of the top height of our fences you're currently seeing out there this afternoon stand at 1.30 metre. The winner of the Fred Mole Grand Prix show jumping here 12 months ago was Kelly Buckingham, riding Finch Farm Canetto. So Dallas Bailey, our next rider from Mackay, riding a horse called Willark Charleston. Ron Easy was the winner of this Grand Prix show jumping event in 2021. Because the average horse has a 3 to 6 metre stride, which approximately corresponds to 12 feet or 4 human steps. Now, riders have come out here and walked the course. That's where they count how many strides they will put in between each fence. So we're looking for that perfect takeoff spot. They don't want to come into that fence on an uneven stride because the horse won't take off properly, and that's where they can have a rail down. They don't want to take off too far away off the fence, so there's a real balance, hand-eye coordination to get the right number of steps and read the course set by our course builder Rob Button. He's not here to hurt or make it too tough for our competitors, but he will always have just that one little tricky position in the course to sort the boys out from the men, or the girls out from the ladies. So now we're watching Mitch Everingham. Mitch has come up from Wollumbar in New South Wales. Mitch is riding a horse called Renovator. Renovator over 20 years of age. Here last night, he was the winner of the Invitational Masters, pocketed over $750 in prize money. He'd love to win this Fred Mole Grand Prix here this afternoon. Thanks, Mitch. That was Mitch Everingham there riding Renovator. Going to go now to Guy Dodd on course, riding Town Man. Town Man, been around for a while. He was actually third in the Grand Prix show jumping here at the 2019 Cairns Show. Back in 2019, it was Ron Easy that won the Grand Prix. He was riding JB Corona that year. He was also second riding Porto Call. Ron won it in 2018, riding Porto Call. He was also second that year, riding Simplistic. And Brock Everingham was third and fourth that year, riding the Ghost and Blue Nickel. Thanks, Guy. That was Guy Dodd riding Town Man. So, two jumping penalties, so a total of 8 jumping penalties there for Guy Dodd riding Town Man. So Stuart Jenkins now was on course from Marburg. And Stuart riding Fairview Alicana. This horse was the champion young horse at this year's Sydney Royal Easter Show. The show jumping arena. Jumped some great rounds down there in Sydney. Australia's largest royal show. Stuart, a full-time show jumping rider, and his wife Becky. They train, they compete, and they coach riders. You'll see Stuart in action at this year's Brisbane Ekka. We'll have a team of horses there, and then we'll see him down at Tamworth in New South Wales for one of our World Cup show jumping events. Lovely round there this afternoon for Stuart Jenkins riding Fairview Alicana. So 66.57 and all clear for Stuart Jenkins riding Fairview Alicana. We have on course now Mariba show jumping rider, Kelly Buckingham. Kelly is riding Finch Farm Canetto. Well, this combination, they won the Grand Prix here last year. They've already had a big win here today. They won the Queensland Rural Show Jumping Series. Kelly, based out there at Mariba, heavily involved with thoroughbred racing here in the North Queensland region. And another lovely round there for Kelly Buckingham riding Finch Farm Canetto. But folks, from one horsepower to another, we're going to come down to the Triple M Esky Racing, and it's down to Molly.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Friday here at the Cairns Show. Every year we do the Esky races. This year we're going to kick it up a little bit differently. We have had some wonderful people come down and say, we need something that gives us bragging rights. So we have got the Queensland Police. We have got the SES, Corrective Services, Fire and Rescue, and some pretty adorable mascots who are going to take on our Esky races. This is purely for bragging rights between them all. They're pumped. They've not bribed us, so we're not quite sure how this is going to go. I'm not quite sure how the mascots are going to get on the Eskies at this point either. All right, racers, are you ready? On your marks. Wait, are we ready? Well, SES is cheating already. All right, on your marks. Get set. Oh, we had Corrective Services do a false start. Fire and Rescue, they're struggling a little bit. Guys, we do have 2 spots left in our $1,000 race this afternoon with Tammy and JB as well. So if you are interested, we will have a qualifying race at 6:25 this afternoon. All right, Corrective Services are still out in front. This race really does come down to how you corner as well. So it can all go out the window if she doesn't corner correctly. Oh, she's that good, she's waving to the crowd. All right, they are on to their second lap. Trying to give Fire and Rescue a helping hand, but they won't take it. They'll follow the rules. We are doing this all thanks to our friends at the Gelatin Hotel too. If you are interested, check them out at thegelatinhotel.com.au. We've got some risky business going on back here. Some tampering. All right, we are on to the final lap. Corrective Services are out by a mile in front. Is he going to take the helping hand and go the shot? Oh, he's going to pick it up. Here we come down the final straight. Will she take it home or will she stuff it up right at the end when the time counts? And it is Corrective Services, followed by Fire and Rescue Queensland. But who's going to be third? QPS or Fire and Rescue? And it's QPS just by the nose. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much, folks. We will be back at 6:20. Like I said, we have 2 spots left in our $1,000 race with Tammy and JB. If you are interested, come and see myself and Liam at the Triple M Umbrella at 6:20 tonight. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and we'll chat to you guys later.
Well, folks, we're going to go back show jumping now, just before our airtime FMX Freestyle Motocross team. This is a jump-off. We have 2 horse and rider combinations vying for the championship here this afternoon in our Fred Mole Grand Prix. So, the horse and rider with the fastest time and least penalties in this round will be the winner of the class. First to go is Stuart Jenkins, riding Fairview Alicana. You'll notice here in the jump off, the riders, they won't waste any time. They'll look to post that fast time on the board in a clear round. Over $500 in prize money going to the winner of the class. $35.61 and all clear for Stuart Jenkins riding Fairview Alicana. So Kelly Buckingham and Finch Farm Canetto will be the final horse and rider combination here in the jump off. For them to win the Grand Prix show jumping event, they have got to jump a clear round, so have no penalties. And they must be faster than Stuart Jenkins' time of 35.61. We wish Kelly all the very best of luck. Time of 38.25 for Kelly Buckingham riding Finch Farm Cornetto. Unfortunately, with the rail down, that will add 4 jumping penalties, so she will take second place. But big congratulations, the winner of the class here this afternoon, the champion in the Fred Mole Grand Prix show jumping for 2023 is the Marburg show jumping rider Stuart Jenkins. All clear in the jump off. He had the fastest time of 35.61 riding Fairview Alicana. So, boys and girls, as you can see, they've made their way into the Clive Gordon Main Arena. Airtime FMX, they're not too far away, so make sure you get yourself a good vantage point here in the main arena. You're going to see the best in the business, as you're going to be prepared to be blown away by gravity-defying stunts and jaw-dropping ticks from the most experienced freestyle motocross team down under, Airtime FMX. The Airtime Freestyle Motocross team pushes the limits on what is possible, and their action-packed show will leave you on the edge of your seat. From start to finish, launching their motorcycles, listen to this, 15 metres into the air while performing some of the most death-defying stunts. It's all coming up very shortly. Well, folks, we make the presentation. You can see the horses lined up to the left-hand side of the Clive Gordon Main Arena. And we just seen a great class in our show jumping arena, the Honourable Fred Mole Memorial Grand Prix show jumping event. Congratulations, the winner of the class, Stuart Jenkins, riding Fairview Alicana, jumped a clear round in the jump-off in a time of 35.61. Congratulations, Stuart. And down there with our show jumping judge, Mr. Trevor Hyatt, making the presentation. Second place goes to Mareeba show jumping competitor Kelly Buckingham, riding Finch Farm Cornetto. Just had the one rail down in the jump off and a time of 38.25. They'll be presented with that red ribbon, which states they have placed second in the class. Our third place ribbon will be awarded to Wollumbar, New South Wales rider Mitchell Everingham. Good on you, Mitch, riding Renovator. They won the Masters here last night. They won the Showman's Guild of Australasia show jumping event here on the first day of the show. They've had a great show. Furthest travelled competitor in the show jumping this year from Interstate. Our fourth place ribbon goes to Mackay show jumping rider Dallas Bailey. Dallas riding Willark Charleston. And fifth place goes to Guy Dodd on Town Man. Town Man, we've seen him in the lineup before here in the Grand Prix show jumping at Cairns. He was third in this class back in 2019. So well done, riders. Congratulations. Thanks very much to our show jumping judge, Mr. Trevor Hyatt. And well done, Stuart Jenkins, Fairview Alicana, the winner of the class of our prestigious Fred Mole Memorial Grand Prix show jumping. And boys and girls, they're going to parade on down past the grandstand, so if you wouldn't mind, folks, put your hands together for our show jumping riders. Stuart Jenkins, Kelly Buckingham, Mitch Everingham, Dallas Bailey, and Guy Dodd. Well done, riders, and we look forward to seeing our riders, both junior and senior riders, here this afternoon in our six-bar competition. Well, folks, don't go too far away because we've got Airtime FMX. They're coming up here in the Clive Gordon Main Arena, and Airtime FMX here this year is proudly sponsored by Big Electrics. Well, boys and girls, it's time for Airtime FMX, so it's down to your MC, Tommy G, the MC. Good on you, Tommy.
Oh, thank you so much, Jakey. Great to have you here today, my friend. One of the best voices in the business. Good on you, champion. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Tommy G, the MC, and we are Airtime FMX. Now, Airtime has travelled the globe to find, quite simply, some of the best freestyle motocross riders in the business. And guess what? We brought them here for you guys today. So I'm going to ask you that question I always do. Are you ready to see some action? Well, let's welcome out the best in the business. They're Airtime FMX. Oh, the boys are back in town. Let them hear you out there, Cairns. Oh, yeah, great to have the boys back in town here. really are the top of the tree of freestyle motocross out here, and it's all for you guys. A big shout out to the Cairns Show for having us back here in 2023. We love you guys. Well, if you've never seen freestyle motocross before, check out what we got going on out here in the arena for you. From that MX Store kicker all the way down here to that Yamaha down ramp. That is 75 feet. Ramp to ramp, a ridiculousness. The boys get up to 40 feet in the air and they do crazy stuff in between. This is going to be super cool. But the most important part of the show is you guys. Because if you make a whole bunch of noise, we're going to go absolutely crazy out here for you today. So what do you say, Cairns? Make some noise for me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, good on ya. All righty, now the bikes the boys are riding for you. They're the Yamaha YZ454 stroke, the choice of the FMX Professional. A big thank you to Yamaha for looking after the team this year, coming on board as factory sponsor. That's right, we bleed blue. Also, a big shout out to MX Store, great partners of our time, FMX. Without MX Store, we wouldn't be possible, so big shout out. All you got to do is jump online there, mxstore.com.au, and check out all your gear. Now, the boys had a great show last night. Awesome crowd here in Cairns again. And today looks like it's no different. A little bit of wind up the top there, but I tell you what, these boys have been caged tigers all day, and it looks like they're ready to go. Now, there's only one rule. The more noise you make, the more action you see. So, would you let me introduce to you this guy over here is an absolute legend of freestyle motocross, one of the original crusty demons of dirt, and the first man to backflip a Harley. Give it up for Kane Saul. Oh, yeah. Solly's in the house. Make some noise for him, Cairns. And his partner in crime out here, normally travelling around with Travis Pastrana and the Nitro Circus live crew. He's the cream of the crop of freestyle in Australia. Give it up for Mr. Brad Birch. Oh, yeah, Birchie's in the house. He's got a massive bag of tricks and he'll go off if you go off, so make some noise for Birchie. Alrighty, freestyle time out here for the Cairns Show. Righto, Kane Saul, looking at you, let's go. Check it out, here goes Solly. Up and out with a big Superman. They call that one the Slippery Sabbath. Brad Birch gonna roll on here. Gets on up to hit this bad boy. Check it out, Birchie. Birchie hanging onto that bike by the tip of his fingers. One hand heart attack, Indian air up and over the top. A little bit of breeze. The boys are watching those flags out here, going a little bit left and right. That takeoff ramp there is only 1.5 meters wide. The down ramp only 5 meters wide. Want to make it the whole way over the big 75er. Coming on up and hitting it, Solly. Pushing down on that front guard, twigging it up. They call that the KOD. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Kane Saul. Brad Birch, ribbon on in on this one, gets in and hits it. Birchie with a big ruler. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? And as Birchie comes on over, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, would you please welcome back to the Cairns Show, the boys from Airtime FMX. Ah, you boys, I tell you what, every single time we come out here, we have a fantastic crowd, really well received up here in Cairns, and nobody I know was more excited to come back here than this bloke right here. Ladies and gentlemen, say g'day to Mr. Brad Birch. G'day, Birchie. How you going, fella? Hey, mate, you got a whole bunch of friends and family from up around this way. We've had a great time so far here the last couple of days. The big Friday of the show. Mate, crowd's building. I tell you what, they love their action sports out there.
Yeah, it did, Tommy. We're so pumped to be here. I mean, we're lucky enough to travel all over the country, all over the world, but, I mean, we absolutely love coming to North Queensland, especially Cairns. So thanks so much for having us, guys.
Good on you, Birchie. Hey, mate, I'm going to get you guys back out there on the ramp, but before I do, you're a little bit different this year. We've had lots and lots of questions. Now, you used to be a different colour. I won't say the brand, a little different colour. This year, looking very, very blue, very, very new. What's going on, my friend?
Yeah, Tommy, we're super excited. We're actually factory backed by Yamaha again, so it's been a long time coming. The team was actually factory backed about 20 years ago for 10 years straight, so to go full circle now. The airtime's seen back, so we're having some fun. We love the blue machine, so thanks to Yamaha.
Well, I tell you what, they look good here, but they look even better up on the ramp over there. And I can tell by the face of the folks out here that they want to see some more action. But I told you guys at the start of the show, this is the way it's going to work. If you go crazy, we'll go crazy. So what do you say there, Cairns? Do you want to see some more? You got it. Let's go, boys. Round number 2. Alrighty, now the boys use that first round there just to get a little bit comfortable, but they're going to start going bigger and bigger and bigger. And believe me when I say they can hear you guys out there. So if you see something you like, you make a whole bunch of noise. They'll keep sending this one right to the sky here for you. Alrighty, round number 2. Having a look at this one. Kane Saul, all eyes are on you. YZ 454 stroke. Comes up and hits it! Solly! How about that? One hand heart attack. Hanging onto the bike by the tip of his fingers. Make some noise for Solly. Alrighty, Brad Birch. Birchie gonna come in on this one. Hits second gear, rips it up high. Birchie! Ha ha ha! Wow! How about that from Brad Birch? Throwing away that brand new YZ and just grabbing it before he comes down and lands on that down ramp. How about it? Make some noise for Birchie. You are mental. Boys are having some fun out here already. Okay, let's take a bit of stock out here. We've done our upright tricks. We've done our style tricks. But you know what, Cairns? I think it might be time to turn this party upside down. Backflip! 75 feet upside down and inside out. Oh, hang on a minute. Kane Saul setting up to the top of the ramp. Look out, Cairns. Here comes Brad Birch. Up and over 1 and 2. Showing why these guys are the best in the business. Come on out there, Cairns. Stamp those feet. Clap your hands and make some noise for the boys. Craziness. Alrighty. Now, wasn't that long ago that the backflip wasn't even heard of, but these days these guys have to throw it down every single time they do a show. Talk about pressure. I know, right? Well, where do we go from here? Even crazier. Not only are we going to go upside down, we're going to do a whole bunch of stuff in between. This is where it gets really stupid. So you might want to pull your phone out of your pocket and put that bad boy and record. It's backflip combo time. Kane Saul. Solly comes in to hit this bad boy with a big suicide no-hander flip. Wow! Who said you need to hang onto your handlebars when you do a backflip? Not this bloke. Make some noise for him, ladies and gentlemen. That is Mr. Sugarcane Saul. Alrighty, that is one in the bank. Good job, Solly. But we've got another man in the tank out here, and he wants to send this big. Hey, Birchie, mate, we got a big crowd out here. This one better be a good one. Righto, fella, let's go. Check this one out. Brad Birch with a big super flip empty. Ha ha ha! No way. How about that from Brad Birch? Turning that bike upside down and inside out, showing why this man here is one of the best in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Brad Birch. Wow. You guys, I tell you what, you're absolutely mental. Oh, look at that. You actually got a slow clap from Kane Saul. That's hard to get. It's a compliment. It's a compliment. Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, maybe we might have a little bit more time. Maybe we might have a little bit more time. And I can tell by the eyes of the boys over here. I can't, you got goggles on. But I can tell by the vibe that these guys want to keep this party going. But I told you guys at the start of the show, the most important part is you guys out there. So if you want to see some more action, you're going to make some more noise for me. Don't leave me hanging out there. What do you say, Cairns? Do you want to see some more? You got it. Let's go, boys. Final round. Oh, God, love you, Cairns. Thanks for hanging out with us. Great to be back here in 2023. And a big shout out to all you folks for coming out and supporting the event, because without you guys, we couldn't do the job that we love. So on behalf of myself and the entire team, we say thank you to you guys for coming with us. Now these guys here, they are full-time professional freestyle motocross riders. This is what they do for a living. They get to ride around the country and indeed the globe, doing what they love, hanging out together, riding together, and they're great mates too. But what does it mean for you? It means you get to reap the benefits. Rip that phone out, put it on record, because we're going to send it big time for you. This is what we call the FMX train. 2 riders, 1 ramp. Check this out. You got 1. You got 2. Keeping it perfectly in sync. That's a trust exercise, 40 feet in the air. Make some noise for the boys out there. Holy grab to holy grab. That's what they call the FMX train. Now, why do they call that the train? Well, it's pretty simple, because if the guy in front stacks it, that means the guy behind stacks it, that means they both stack it, and they end up over here in some kind of veal parmigiana, and that's no good. But lucky these guys here, they know exactly what they're doing. And it looks to me like this train's going to turn around and hit this bad boy again. And who am I to stop him? Righto, fellas, we're watching you. Let's go. Have a look at this one. Backflip. Backflip! Wow! Backflip, backflip, back to back. 2 of the nicest guys in the sport. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please thank Brad Birch, Kane Soul. They are the boys from Airtime FMX. Oh, good on you, fellas. Hey, well, I tell you what, we're going to pack it up. We're going to get out of here. We're going to hop up. What are you guys doing? We're going to go. You want to do one more? Well, I don't know. It's up to the good people at Cairns. What do you say out there, Cairns? Do you want to see one more? You got it. Let's go. Oh, God love you, Cairns. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We're going to be back a little bit later on. We're going to bring the Chooks back. And we're going to get the guys out here on the FMX ramps too. Big shout out once again to the Cairns Show Society for having us here. It's a privilege to come perform in your town, so thank you so much. All right, well, we're going to send it big time this time. So I'm going to film this, because if I don't, I might die and then we'll end up on YouTube. So apparently I'll be fine if I stand here. I know, right? I don't get paid enough for this, but we're going to give it a go anyway. So we want to go big. But the only way we're going to do this is if you guys go big with me. So what do you say, kids? Are you ready? All right, we're going to do this one more time. Righto, boys, let's go. They are the best in the business. They are the Airtime Freestyle Motocross team. Make some noise for the boys out there. You got Brad Birch and Sugar Cane Soul. The boys from Airtime FMX. My name's Tommy G, the MC. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. We'll see you guys a little bit later.
Well, folks, don't go too far away, because coming up here in our Clive Gordon Main Arena, we will have Taylor Renee Horsemanship, part of our afternoon entertainment, where we see Liberty horse training and also Roman riding being performed here this afternoon. Well, boys and girls, mums and dads, ladies and gentlemen, we have something special now to take place here in our afternoon entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of Cairns, could you please join me in welcoming here to the Clive Gordon Main Arena Miss Taylor Renee with her horsemanship, and she will be performing Liberty training here this afternoon, as well as Roman riding. Well, liberty is a state of being free from restriction, being able to do as you wish and go where you want. When you apply this to training horses, liberty training relates to any work done with a horse while they are loose. So you just seen our show jumping. The rider was on the back of the horse. Liberty training simply means the horse doesn't have a rider on its back. It wholly and solely focuses on its master, trainer, being Taylor, for its commands for the different manoeuvres she will ask it to do. Now, the first horse you meet here this afternoon is a bay gelding. He's 9 years of age, and he goes by the name of Cupid. Taylor bred this particular gelding and has done all the training on Cupid. Taylor and Cupid told me earlier on this afternoon, if you see something you like out there, boys and girls, make sure you give her a round of applause. Well, we're going to add a second horse into the performance here this afternoon. The chestnut 7-year-old mare called Reba. She's the second horse that Taylor has taught Liberty to. Taylor bred this particular mare as well. So now she's going to get both Cupid and Reba to work together. Remember, folks, if you see something you like, don't be afraid to clap. Well, now we're going to add a third horse into the performance here this afternoon. The third horse we introduce is an 8-year-old chestnut mare, or a Well, there it is, folks. A horsemanship demonstration here this afternoon with the lovely Taylor Renee. How about another big round of applause for her, Cairns? And those three beautiful horses, Cupid, Reba, and Shorty. Boys and girls, if you want to come down, I'm sure that you could come down and pat those horses if you'd like. So if you want to make your way down to the fence, and you can pat one of those beautiful horses or pat all three of them. They'd love your attention. Folks, we're going to take a short break here in the Clive Gordon Main Arena. We've still got some more equestrian events coming your way here this afternoon. It will be our 6-bar show jumping events for both our senior and junior riders. Well, folks, as you can see, we're back underway in our show jumping arena, and here this afternoon we have our junior and open 6-bar competition. We commence with our junior 6-bar, because the 6-bar is where we have 6 fences lined up in a straight line, and it's a process of an elimination. So if they knock a rail at any of these fences, they don't proceed to the next round. So we have Ravenshoe competitor now, Bo Little, riding Grey Missile. So you can see he's over the first 3 fences. Generally 2 non-jumping strides in between each fence. Nice job there for Bo Little. He'll move to the second round. That was Tristan Pine. We watched riding Jewel of the Crown. Well, we look at the past winners of our Junior 6-bar here at the Cairns Show. Back in 2021, it was equal first place between Tolga show jumping rider Sarah Dearlove, riding Mimi, and Zoe Grant from Beagaree, New South Wales, riding Snowy River Billy Jim that year. Last year, it was won by Victorian show jumping rider Alyssa Stevens, riding Da Vinci. Marley Russell, the next of our junior riders. Junior competitors are 18 years and under. She's riding Mr. Woodwood. So in our 6-bar, there's only a maximum of 5 rounds that we can jump. So if we still have 2 or 3 horse and rider combinations that jump clear in that final round, it'll be equal first place. So Jude Dawson is next. Jude's from Malanda. Had a great show here this year. Placed in the Queensland Rural Junior Show jumping earlier on this morning. Was the winner here yesterday of the special 2 phase riding Flash for Cash. Jumping clear in that round there for a young Jude Dawson. So our next rider will be Bo Little. Bo Little is running Hustlin' Huey from Ravenshoe. Thanks, Bo. All clear here in the first round. So you can see now our course builder Rob Button, he'll lift these fences up So we'll put them up into the hole in our show jumping wings and in the little plastic cups they sit in. And we'll come back for the second round of our junior 6-bar event here this afternoon. Don't forget, folks, plenty to see and do right around the course of the showground. We've got the pig racing happening over in the 7 News Heritage Park. We've got the duck racing also here this afternoon. Melville's Comedy Duck Racing, along with the Melville's Animal Nursery. You can go in there and cuddle all the cute baby animals over at the Melville's Animal Nursery. Traditional wood turning, pen for gold. Sam Sculpting, reptile education. Ranger Nick's over there with the camp oven cooking. We've also got the classical cars, Machinery Alley. Take a step back in time and view the large collection of restored machinery. Heritage Backyard, Swaggy the Bush Poet, Dennis Dingo Dryden, and we've also got blacksmithing demonstrations. So it's all happening over there at 7 News Heritage Park. So Bo Little in the second round of the Junior 6-bar, riding Hustlin' Huey. The old horse lets out a bit of a buck and a pig root there as he jumps the fences. He's pretty happy with himself. So Jude Jawson now, and Jude's riding Flash for Cash. I mean, a great gelding that Jude's learned so much on. They've developed a great relationship over the last couple of years. Built the great trust in each other, and looking to progress through to the next round here this afternoon. Thanks, Jude. We've got local rider now, Tristan Pye, riding Jewel of the Crown. Tristan's also a good young bull rider in the rodeo world. Competed last weekend at the Big Mariba Rodeo. Told me show jumping helps him with his balance and coordination when it comes to bull riding. Been over to Las Vegas at the Thomas and Mack Centre and represented Australia in junior bull riding. So we go now to Miley Russell from down at the Burdekin. Kayla and Dylan all up here this weekend, the Cairns show. Miley's had a wonderful show. Miley's 13 years of age. And she's all clear as well. Because back in 2019, Jess Button, who's out there helping her father build the show jumping courses here this year. Jess, I should say, not Jeff. My apologies, Jess. You probably heard that. She won this class back in 2019, riding Sugarbag Red Impressions. She also was second that year, riding Sugarbag Ice-Matic. Tristan Pye, who's out there competing this afternoon, was third in this class in 2019, riding Jewel of the Crown. Well, Lucy Giles was fourth that year, riding Wishpool Twist. So Jude Dawson going now with his second horse in the class. And Jude is riding JB Alumba from over at Malanda. And we get the all clear from our judge. He's clear. That was Bo Little we're watching now, riding Grey Missile. Well, you can see at the fence number 6, a rail coming out of the cup, so they will not move on to the third round, and will complete their round here this afternoon. Thanks, Bo. So we'll move to the third round with 5 horse and riders coming back here for the third round. So we'll lift our fences up and we'll be back very, very shortly in our show jumping arena. So we come into the third round of the Junior 6-bar competition. Jude Dawson first to go. Well, bad luck there, Jude. 2 rails down. We'll eliminate them out of the competition here this afternoon, but they've had a wonderful show. We've got another horse to come back in the round of the competition. So we're going to go to Tristan Pye riding Jewel of the Crown. So he said 2019 they were third in this class. Good one, all clear. Give him a big hand, folks. Your local rider. Tristan Pye jumping a clear round. Hustling Huey and Bo Little next to go. Well, leaves them all standing. No rails down. So They'll move into the fourth round of the competition. Going to go to Miley Russell now. Miley, 13 years of age, riding Mr. Woodward. Good on you, Miley. All clear. So it looks like we're going to go to Jude Dawson now from Melinda. Jude's riding Flash for Cash. So bred by Alan Samuels down at Bundaberg, this horse. And as I said, we've watched Jude form a good partnership with this gelding over the last couple of years. Well, we can see a rail coming down at fence number 2. So unfortunately, they will not progress to the fourth round here this afternoon. Although it looks like it will complete the third round, so we'll lift the fences. As we said in our 6-bar competition, we have a maximum of 5 rounds to decide the winner of the class. Okay, so we commence the fourth round of the Junior 6-bar. And we've got Tristan Pye approaching the start, riding Jewel of the Crown. $1.25 is the height of the final fence, fence 6, the tallest fence in the straight line. And Tristan Pye jumps it cleanly. He'll be coming back for the 5th round. If we can get another horse and rider here in the 4th round to jump clean. So it'll be 13-year-old rider now, Miley Russell, riding Mr. Woodward. What a great effort. They were certainly trying out there. Heard Mum Kayla yell out, "Get up." So, 2 are coming back for the 5th round. Can we make it 3? Bo Little, Hustlin' Huey. You watch him, boys and girls, when he finishes his round, he'll kick his hind legs up. 4 is good. 5's good. And 6, well, spoke too early. There you go. Look at him. Kick his back hind legs up. So we've got 2 coming back for the 5th round. We'll lift the fences up and we'll get a height reading of that final fence, fence number 6. It was 1.25 in that round. And we'll be back to decide the winner of the Junior 6-bar Championship for the 2023 Cairns Show. Okay, as we come down to the fifth and final round of our Junior 6-bar. And it'll be Tristan Pye first to go. We've got two riders coming back here for the final round, riding Jewel of the Crown. $1.35 is the height of fence number 6. Well, unfortunately, bad luck there for Tristan Pye, having 3 attempts at the fence, unsuccessfully getting over, so that results to qualification out of the round here this afternoon. So 1 to go, and that'll be Miley Russell riding Mr. Woodward. Well, very, very close. A great effort by young Miley Russell here this afternoon in our Junior 6-bar competition. Well done, Miley. Well done to all of our junior riders. We'll have the results very, very shortly, folks. A great event to watch, and we thank the Cairns Show Society, led by our horse steward, Mr. Lee James, along with ringmaster, Miss Faye Ryle, for putting this wonderful event on for our up-and-coming show jumping competitors here in Australia, for all of our junior riders 18 years and under. So we'll be back very shortly with the official place getters. Well, folks, we're going to make the presentation here this afternoon for the Junior 6-bar competition, and it's great to welcome our show jumping judge down here this afternoon, Mr. Trevor Hyatt, to make the presentation to our junior riders. And congratulations to the winner of our Junior 6-bar competition, Miley Russell. Congratulations, Miley, riding Mr. Woodwood. Well done. Our second place ribbon will be awarded to local show jumping rider Tristan Pye, riding Jewel of the Crown. Good on you, Tristan. Young junior riders have had a great 3 days here at this year's Cairns show. Our third place ribbon will go to Ravenshoe competitor Bo Little, riding Hustlin' Huey. And fourth place, Jude Dawson, riding Flash for Cash. Good on you, Jude. Can you say a few words, Miley? And folks, I'm just going to ask the winner of the class, Miley Russell, just to say a few words. I know she's got a few people to thank. So over to you, Miley, and well done on a wonderful show.
Yeah, thank you. I would like to say thank you to Trevor for judging and people in the box. And I would also like to thank my family for coming down and my little nana up in Charters Towers, who couldn't be here, unfortunately.
Good on you, Miley. Congratulations. And we'll get a word with the second place getter, local rider Tristan Pye. Good on you, Tristan.
Cheers, eh?
Is that all you got to say?
Oh, yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, eh? Just want to thank the sponsors and the judge, Trevor, for helping putting it all on, and my uncle and mum for travelling around and paying for everything.
Good on you, mate. You've won a bit of money anyway to pay him back, and we'll get a word with Bo Little. Bo, congratulations on another good show.
Thank you. I'd like to thank the Cairns Show Society and Trevor for putting it all on. Without all their help, they couldn't put a good show on like this, and I really enjoy it every year I come.
Good on you, Bo. And Jude Dawson down here. Jude's from Malanda. He's had a great show, so congratulations, Jude.
Thanks, eh? First of all, I'd like to thank Trevor, and then big thanks to Mum and Dad for bringing me out here, and thanks Tegan for helping me warm up.
Good on you, Jude. Folks, can you please give them a big round of applause, our young junior show jumping riders. A great class, and I know our show jumping judge, Mr. Trevor Hyatt, he gets a real thrill out of watching our juniors as well.
Yeah, mate, it is. It's really thrilling to watch these people come through. I've known most of those riders for a few years now, and it is very, very good to watch them as they mature, just as riders and as young people as well. The manners, their ability to come and speak when they're asked, but it's very, very nice to watch these people riding these show jump horses. You'll see Bo's on a horse there that's a bit wild. It likes to throw its back legs in the air. Doesn't worry Bo at all. He rides that very, very well. And the Cairns Show Society has put on a wonderful, wonderful event here for you. You don't see show jumping like this at every regional show, so you're very privileged to see the show jumping you have this weekend.
Thanks very much, Trevor. Folks, as they come down past the Hedrick grandstand, can you please give them a big round of applause, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, for our junior show jumping riders. Well, don't go too far away, folks, because we've got the Open 6-bar coming up very, very shortly. Well, we're back underway in our show jumping arena with our open six-bar competition. So just like the previous junior event, we've got the 6 fences lined up in a straight line. They've got a jump and clean lead to move through to the next round. Once again, it's a maximum of 5 rounds we'll go to. We have Warren Rundle from Rockhampton riding the big grey gelding he calls Just Rocky. Well, we go to the young lady. Her daughter just won the junior 6-bar competition. This is Kayla Russell. Kayla's riding Barcelona Bound. Barcelona Bound's a Bay Thoroughbred gelding by Tail of the Cat. This is its first year competing on the show jumping circuit. So we're going to go to the soccer horse, the horse called Pele, to be ridden here this afternoon by Jamie Page. Well, unfortunately, railed down there at the final fence here for Jamie Page riding Pele. We move now to another one of our Rockhampton show jumping riders, Mark Tompkins, riding Quinton the Romantic. Good on you, Mark. All clear there in the first round. We're going to go now to Dallas Bailey. Dallas is riding Blue Nickel. Blue Nickel, back in 2017, this particular horse was third in the Grand Prix show jumping, ridden by Brock Everingham that year. He was third in the open high jump here in 2018. And all clear there for Dallas Bailey riding Blue Nickel. So Kayla Russell now with her second horse in the class. She is riding Marquesa. Marquesa, a 15-year-old bay warm blood mare. All clear there for Kayla. It looks like that'll complete the first round of our open 6-bar competition. We'll lift our fences and we'll come back with the second round very shortly. So for the second round, Kayla Russell is going to come out on Marquesa. Be our first horse and rider. So the top height of our fence in this round is 1.25 m. Thanks, Kayla. Unfortunately, 2 rails down at fence 4 and then again at fence number 6. So we go now with Mitch Everingham, riding Renovator. Mitch was second in the last ever high jump that was held here at the Cairns Show back in 2018. He was second that year behind Brother Brock. Horse that he rode that year was the Rooster that was owned by Ron Easy. Mitch and Renovator, they won the Showman's Guild Show Jumping Championship here on Wednesday afternoon and won the Invitational Masters last night. So next to go will be Guy Dodd. Guy is on board Rosini. Thanks, Guy. Unfortunately, as you can see, folks, rail there at fence number 4. So they won't progress to the next round. So Warren Rundle, the builder from Rockhampton, next to go. It's got to get him around past the wood chopping. He's just spotted himself on the big screen, that horse, boys and girls. Going to check himself out before he goes. Just Rocky, probably the biggest horse here in our show jumping this year. Come on, Warren. Good one. So Warren's clear there. Now we're going to go to another one of the Rockhampton show jumping competitors, Mark Tompkins, riding Quinton. Mark will be competing at this year's Brisbane Ekka next month. Well, he's got a good handy horse on the track. And all clear for Mark. Well, Dallas Bailey now riding Blue Nickel. Blue Nickel was third in the Grand Prix here in 2017. He was ridden by Brock Everingham that year. Glonia Dallas, all clear, riding Blue Nickel. I reckon our final rider here in the second round will be Kayla Russell. So Kayla Russell and Barcelona Bound. 5's good. And 6 is good. All clear. Well, that'll wrap up the second round. We'll lift our fences and we'll come back with the third of a possible 5 rounds we can run. Don't forget, folks, straight after our 6 bars show jumping events, we'll move to the Ergon Energy and Cairns Taxi Division 1, Heat 3 of the Cairns Show Novice Queensland Pole Climbing Championship. And that will start our evening program of entertainment. What a night of action-packed entertainment we have for you here tonight at Australia's largest regional show, the Cairns Show. It's lovely to have your company here this afternoon. Okay, we're ready to go with the third round with Mitch Everingham riding Renovator. Remember, boys and girls, you can clap and cheer when he gets over that final fence. All clear. Good on you, Mitch. Okay, we're going to go to Kayla Russell now from down at the Burdekin riding Barcelona bound. And Kayla completes Cairns Show this year. She'll head up to Mossman Show, then back down to Tully Show and out to the Charters Towers Show. So a busy couple of weeks coming up for Kayla and daughter Miley and Dylan and the team there with their big team of horses. Well, she certainly gave it a great effort here this afternoon. The height of our top fence here in the third round is 1 metre 35. Well, we can come down now to Rockhampton competitor Warren Rundle riding Just Rocky. The biggest horse here on the show grounds. Warren and Just Rocky make a great combination. Good on you, Warren. He's had a great show this year at Cairns, but unfortunately railed down at fence number 4. Well, we're going to come down to Mark Tompkins now, riding Quentin the Romantic. Named after Denny Sale, this horse. Thanks, Mark. Well, another rail down here in the third round. We process of elimination. There's 3 horse and riders gone out of this round so far. Mitch Everingham, Renovated Jump clear. Next to go will be Dallas Bailey in Blue Nickel. Thanks, Dallas. Dallas Bailey, Blue Nickel. Well, folks, we all have results for our Open 6-bar competition, and as all of our riders had a roll in that round of the competition, we will have 4 riders that will split equal first place. So well done to all of our riders here in our Open 6-bar competition. So we'll bring them over here in front of our Dajalis Pavilion, and we'll make the presentation very, very shortly. Well, folks, we make the presentation down here in the Clive Gordon Main Arena here for our Open 6-bar competition that we've just watched here in the main arena. Congratulations to our riders, all on equal first place with the 4 penalties in that third round of the competition. Mitch Everingham, Warren Rundle, Mark Tompkins and Dallas Bailey. So well done to our riders. Put your hands together for them, ladies and gentlemen. And great to welcome our show jumping judge down here, Mr. Trevor Hyatt, to make the presentation to our riders. And we've got our executive vice president and executive in charge of the horse committee, Mr. Lee James, down here also to make the presentation as well. Well, folks, we'll hand it over to Mitch Everingham just to say a few words. Mitch, good on you and congratulations on a great show.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. I'd just like to thank all the competitors for coming up here. A few new ones this year. It's always great to see. Congratulations to Dallas, Mark and Wazza. It was a good event. And thanks back to all the organisers for putting a great show on as they do every year. And we'll see you all again next year.
Good on you, Mitch, and Warren Rundle here and Just Rocky. We might get a word with Warren here on the biggest horse on the showground. Good on you, Warren.
Thanks very much, Jake. First of all, I'd like to thank the Cairns Show Society. From the first time I decided to come here this year, I talked to the ladies in the office and they were super helpful. To the course builder, Rob, and his daughter, done a super job. Trevor Hyatt, the judge, and to you, Jake, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good on you. Thanks, Warren. And Mark Tompkins, he'll like to say a few words too. Good on you, Mark. Good to see you here.
Thank you. Just like to thank the public for actually coming out on People's Day here. Course builders, judges and all the other staff that we don't see, and to everybody else, thank you very much.
Good on you. Thanks, Mark. And Dallas Bailey from Mackay. Dallas has had a wonderful show as well, folks. So good on you, Dallas. Over to you.
Thanks, Jake. I'd just like to thank all the event organisers, course builders, judges, pencilers, stewards, everyone involved in making this a great show. We've had a fantastic 3 days. We really appreciate it. I also like to thank all the sponsors of all the show jumping classes. Without you guys, this all wouldn't be possible, and we really appreciate your support. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Rachel Vella for coming along and giving me a hand. Without her, I wouldn't be able to be in the ring. So thank you.
Good on you. Thanks very much, Dallas, and well done to all of our show jumping riders that have travelled far and wide to be with us here this year at Australia's largest regional show, the Cairns Show. So, folks, they're going to parade off now, as they do. If you wouldn't mind giving them a big round of applause and congratulating them on another very, very successful Cairns Show for 2023. Oh, come on, Cairns, as they come down the trotting track. Give them a big round of applause. Our top show jumping riders here at this year's Cairns Show. Well done, Mitch, Everingham, Warren Rundle, Mark Tompkins and Dallas Bailey. And folks, I've just got with me our show jumping judge for the past 3 days from Townsville, Trevor Hyatt. And I know Trevor would like to say a few words. Thanks very much, Trevor.
Thanks, Jake. Look, it's very good to be here at Cairns Show. As I said earlier, you're looking at these horses going past are some of the top show jumping horses in Queensland. These riders all ride down in Brisbane. They compete nationwide. Dallas at the back there in the black shirt leaves here to go down to Adelaide Royal Show. So they're competing right around Australia. So you are getting the cream of the crop coming up here to compete at this Cairns Show.
Good on you, Trevor. Thanks very much and for your time for judging here this week at Cairns. And I know Executive in Charge Lee James. Lee, it's been another wonderful show this year, hasn't it?
It certainly has that. And look, we quite enjoy the equestrian side of the show. And some of these riders have been coming here